It's safe to say the charges were insane. You would think they were given to him in the Grand Theft Auto role-playing server. Kidnapping with a weapon, firearm, or aggravated battery.
Not good.
Burglary with assault or battery.
Definitely not good.
Punishable by life. Then finally, to top everything off.
Wait, where do you see? Oh, PBL. Oh, no. Oh, he's boxed up. We're gonna see him later. I'm not gonna lie. Another one bites the dust. Yeah, as you seen on title and thumbnail, they never learn. They sure don't. These nuisance IRL streamers, yeah, they're doing it for the clout, the money. They take it to the extremes, you know. They're like the worst versions of Mr. Beast, and y'all know Mr. Beastification already is bad in itself. With some of these other heads. Not too much on Jimmy, but
oh, Jimmy.
Jim Bob Beast.
Jim Bob.
You know, I'd be for Jim Bob. But, you know how that goes. Anyway, more or less to that factor, when we say that, it's like, yo, Mr. Beast, he tends to, like, one-up his videos. You always want to make, like, a crazier video, but in a good sense and obviously in a good way. Well, take that and reverse it on its head. You get the nuisance IRL streamers where they have to do the craziest, dumbest, you know, most outrageous, potentially harassing people. You never know where to really be, but things such like that. And we got another one up on the chopping block who could potentially be facing a lot of time. So we gonna get into that boy and see really what it is. So I ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's get right into it. As they know, it's the guy with the money. Jesus. Shout out to Tozy.
We gotta call him Traveling Atozy now, because he likes to travel to court dates.
He said, "Oh my God, he be out there at them trials." I ain't gonna lie, man. He pulled up to, yo, what was it? The Peace Free?
PP girl. I mean, oh well.
That joke's funny.
Oh my God,
and then,
PP
of course,
boy,
Johnny's.
PP girl. Oh my God.
But we have IRL streamer face life in prison for this. Of course, you guys want to watch the original video. Down in the description, first link, and share the love with the guy with the funds, the money. And let's get right into it.
Was potentially facing life in prison after allegedly kidnapping his ex-girlfriend at gunpoint, but now, in a strange turn of events, is back to live streaming again. And all of this happened a year after he reportedly caught her cheating on him.
I'm just on the factor of like it was a prank of like kidnapping her at gunpoint.
Kidnapping gun. Ooh, it's a prank. Ooh,
I'll just preface it so I don't have to keep repeating it. Let's say now, at least to me, when you think of a prank, it's something I use the example all the time. Say I'm pranking the boss. If she as the pranky or whatever, or like, yeah, the pranky getting pranked has to find it funny. Me as the prankster would have to find it funny too. It's something you both could like obviously find humor in and be like,
that's a prank.
That's a prank. This, oh, I know y'all didn't see that video. Yeah, I'm gonna drop it soon or whatever, you know, truly edit. But, yeah, some of these ways some heads might be trying to propose to. Ain't looking too hot. Yeah. It's not. But yeah, just to preface that.
While they were both live streaming together. So what's absolutely crazy about this story is most of it happened while they were live. And all of this was following about 2 years of an extremely toxic and turbulent relationship. Yeah, it's safe to say that things escalated a little bit more than expected here. So meet Timothy Brooks, better known as Lil Gara, a 20-year-old Twitch streamer who's essentially been building up a decent Twitch following on the Grand Theft Auto role-playing community, which, if you're not familiar with,
GTA RP.
It's essentially where streamers roleplay with other players as different characters in a modded version of Grand Theft Auto 5.
I got one guy in the shower with a microwave.
Within these servers, they can have jobs, form friendships, create their own story. Almost.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all.
They do all that? Wow.
I'm trying to tell y'all, yo, when GTA 6 come out, y'all not seeing no videos from me saying nah. Slippy. But you will catch me playing that game. You already know.
It's like a simulated version of real life. This guy was a typical young streamer, trying to make it big, doing IRL content mixed with...
Yeah, this is like the thing with most heads now. Like, you know how they always be saying with the jits, and I'm sure you obviously see it. Y'all know the boss be teaching the youngsters. But, well, not now at least, because go ahead, tell them. You're in what?
Summer vacation!
So yeah, like you hear the kids, like instead of saying, oh, I want to become an astronaut or fireman, policeman, they'll be like, I want to be a YouTuber, streamer, TikToker, influencer. Like, yeah, it's just more that type of beat. And Trilly is guilty of this. Duh. TT, Trill Talks Everything, Mom and Trail. But like even to that factor, so yeah, he grinding, he's on his grind.
With gaming.
Man, it's your boy Gara Don Dada.
With his primary focus always being on his GTA 5 role-playing content, until he became infamous for all the wrong reasons. And I mean, this whole situation is just a perfect example of how toxic relationships can spiral completely out of control when you add the social media factor into the mix.
Oh, I see this boy gonna be a yap sesh because I talk about this on TTE all the time, bro. Like, you would agree. I'm about to ask the boss the dumbest question ever. Like, she don't sit next to me on this show. So you know Jack Doherty and McKinley, right? Or you remember? Because obviously they ain't together no more, right? I remember when they broke up. There was this one thing that that Jack had said when he came back and made a response. On the live stream, because his whole life is content. He's like, yo, or whatever, we're gonna get back together. We're mature enough to go through it, or whatever, like, or to build this. And it's one thing I keep stamping in, because is that true for Jack? So anyway, right, on that factor, if you're going to make like content out of your relationship, so like obviously you make like, you know, videos with your partner, yada yada, you better be mature enough if something happened to actually handle that, boy. You know what I'm saying? Because this is one thing I always say, like, yo, if you have a relationship and something bad or a controversy or drama happens, yo, your audience, bruh, they gonna choose a side. They're gonna choose a side. And guess what? Y'all content creators, you probably, I'm not saying heads is gonna be like Ian or whatever if you watch my vids and read every comment, but you gonna see what is swaying. And that's gonna affect your mind, and you gonna bring that into your personal jaunt. Is cooking you every time. I'm trying to tell you, heads gonna be like, nah, bro, that's never gonna happen with me. And some heads are mature enough to handle it.
Well, then don't bring it.
But a lot of heads are not. Let's really talk about it. But what you say about it?
I said don't bring their business to the public then.
And this is why I always say another thing too. Your relationship between me and you. What the better yet to even give y'all relationship on here. Yo, the Jones that be going on behind the scenes, even though the boss love yapping about everything. Tell no my business.
Anyway.
Like, but still, stuff happening on our family personal back end, that's staying between me and the boss. That's not a me and us thing. That's a me and the boss, John. So within that, like, example of relationships, your relationship stuff that happens on the personal is between you and your partner. Not, it's not me and us.
You, me, and the camera.
No, that's where it's not supposed to be.
Yeah,
yo,
exactly.
but at that same factor, I understand some people also would like, you know, want to be a little bit closer, given to a little bit of parasociality with their audience or whatever, right? But there's obviously separations to that. Like, if you want to talk a little bit, yo, y'all, I took my girlfriend out to this, I took my boyfriend out to this, like some cute Jones or whatever. But bro, if you talk about, yo, we had a fight yesterday and we would like, bro, you're done, you're cut off, you're slapping it out. And that's where these heads fail, because they say they're not going to do that, and then eventually it all starts snowballing, coming out, and it's all on cam. So now it's not between me and you no more.
Well, let's see what happened with them. Pranks.
Stamp that one in.
Okay.
Now, to fully understand the story, we need to go back in time to April 2024, when Gara and his girlfriend decided to stream an IRL date at a local restaurant. It was just a normal couple's night out, other than the fact that they were broadcasting it live to their Twitch viewers. They started by ordering drinks and then browsing the menu. You know, typical things you would do at a restaurant. And this is where things went completely off the rails, because as soon as he got a hold of her phone, he started scrolling through it. And you can watch his face visibly change in real time as he discovers something.
Sorry, like, yo, see, this is where I'm already X'd out. I'm sorry to do that. Okay, well, you want to watch party? We can't. Don't you see the lawsuit? You know about it.
No, but I want to see what's going on.
No, but my first thing to assume, and would you not assume, it's all farming.
It could be.
Like, just to even have that slight bit of doubt, like, it's farmed. That's all I had to say. I wasn't even trying to yap it.
The girlfriend quickly realizes what was happening and snatches the phone back and begins to act extremely defensive. All while, I guess, the streamer just sits there, mouth wide open, completely speechless.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Bro, what is your problem?
I think it's farmed.
What is your problem?
I don't know. Close your mouth.
What is your
Huh?
I said I don't know, but he should close his mouth.
Hold on, my bad. Let me turn down a little bit so I can actually hear.
problem, bro? Bro, what is your problem?
And then the stream just abruptly ends. So obviously, most people could guess what just happened. He
He might have seen some bad bet on the phone.
caught his girlfriend cheating while on a date with
So if it
hundreds of
stopped,
people
then it was
watching.
real.
And the clip went viral back
I
then,
don't-
even drawing the attention.
Do you think so? I feel
If
like
he stopped it,
I don't know. It could
if they
still
was
be-
farming, wouldn't you think they would keep recording it?
keep it going and all that.
Yeah.
That is true, but also to that factor, it does add more suspense. If you cut it off, then it's like, oh snap, yo, what's going on? And then heads are able to formulate themselves what's going on after that. But honestly, I don't know.
Okay,
That's
well,
what we're
let's
seeing.
see.
Attention of bigger streamers like FaZe Silky, who has also collaborated with Gara previously. And later that day, Gara called up Silky during his stream to explain exactly what he discovered on his girlfriend's phone. According to him, she'd been getting clever about how she was hiding her supposed cheating.
Silky, these bitches are getting clever, gang. You know what they're doing?
What?
And I noticed this in 1 second. Bro, when they link you, they're unsaving their numbers. So when they call them, it's random numbers, bro. Yo. and I'm looking at it. And I'm looking at every in her. And I'm looking at. I clicked the message. She said, "I miss you so bad." This, yo, a real conversation, gang. And it's all like 2 hours ago, bro. You yelling. 2 hours, like, you feel me? And I'm realizing this all in 1 second. I'm like,
no.
I swipe down to the notifications. I see the same number. Texted her. Unsaved number. Straight messages through that, gang.
So you started scrolling that mad fast. I see you scrolling mad fast.
Yo, I started scrolling mad fast, gang.
Nah, look at this nigga eyes. Yo, I'm looking at the clip, yo, bro.
Gara also
Yeah, not diabolical findings we got here. I ain't gonna cap.
posted about this incident on Twitter saying, "Disappointed. My fault. I didn't mean for it to go like that. Did only a 10-minute stream. Screw these girls. We on that grind. I'm way too genuine." Meanwhile, she called 12. So the girlfriend in question here is India, who goes by India Baby on social media. Similar to her ex-boyfriend, she's also what you would call a niche personality, but still pretty popular within her target audience. India's been within the streaming scene for a while now, dating back as far as 2020 when she used to play NBA 2K and GTA RP. As a result, she became popular in both these communities, and in the past, was also featured on one of Kai Cenat's E-Date streams.
Oh yeah, so yeah, nah, she's ingrained in the WO community. Cause I'm sitting here thinking like niche communities. What does that mean? Nah, yeah, it's like WL type B. Okay.
Do you have any tattoos?
Like WL Jason.
Do I have any tattoos? No, I love your tattoos.
Thank you.
I mean, it is safe to say
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, and this is not a hot take. It's probably a cold take. Yo, e-dating content sucks, bro. It's terrible.
this whole cheating story from 2024 gains an entirely different perspective when told from her point of view. Because when this clip was posted on Twitter claiming that she was Gara's wife at the time of the live stream, her followers were actually quick to correct that statement.
It's on Twitter. You can't believe anything off first glance on Twitter.
Saying that they weren't married or even together, but rather
Better yet, hold on.
posted on Twitter claiming that she was Gara's
Steak ad, immediately disbelieve this. I knew it. I was like, steak ad. Like, if you see this, immediately just disbelieve whatever you read up here.
wife at the time of the live stream. Her followers were actually quick to correct that statement, saying that they weren't married or even together, but rather each other's exes at the time of that incident. So India not
And why? See, and this goes more to credit what I was saying, that it's really farmed, because like if y'all are exes or whatever, right? I'm sure for whatever reasons y'all broke up, that's between y'all again. We're not privy to that, but I'm assuming it couldn't have been that good because y'all are no longer together. So then why are you sitting here going out on dates and then turn this boy into content? That's why I'm like already pushing into that farm, and that only added more onto my narrative. So I'm like,
not only confirmed this last statement, but also claimed that it was Gara who cheated on her first back in 2023. Since then, they haven't been back together, and this date he streamed where he caught her cheating was supposedly a second chance she gave him to fix things up, which
if it was a farmed immediately, if this was a second chance to patch things up, why are we making this content? Yo, we try to get back together because we apparently had love or whatever, because y'all were partners. Farmed immediately, bro.
to me sounds even crazier, because why would they want to live stream that? Just
farmed. That's bro.
it really just goes to show you that
So
the internet
annoying.
has really messed up what people's perspective of a healthy relationship is. But I'm
Oh my god.
Exactly. Okay.
No. I'm getting it off. And you want to know why I'm getting it off? Look, the boss hates them yap sessions. I find this so ironic because the boss will be starting a page soon, and I want y'all to know how. I want y'all to
You're
come
yapping
back.
about something else. Let's go.
No. I have to sidebar the sidebar because this is even more funny. I can't wait to see how long them yap sessions are going to be. And then we could come back to this and be like, dang, Maybe it truly wasn't yapping that much.
I ain't gonna be reacting. I'm gonna just be yapping.
And that's gonna be the worst.
I'm just gonna be yapping.
He's sitting there. That's just gonna say, yeah, 5 hours, 5 minutes. It's mom sitting there the whole time just talking. But no.
Anyway.
Seriously, to that, no. This right here goes more to what I was saying earlier about all of this, John. Yo, y'all can't look at these like, I'm sorry, even if you're seeing relationships on the internet that are good in perspective, yo, this John all entertainment. Like, not to wake heads up, you're watching us through a screen, and John. You can't perceive these relationships online, especially if they're all looking so good, as just the perfect, healthy Jones, because, bro, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I'm trying to tell heads, bro. You gotta really stamp this in. Some heads are like dying at the feet, glazing up some of these content couples and all that. Yo, it could be the most toxic John behind the scenes. You don't even know.
Well, we don't know.
You don't know at all. And that's the level of building parasocial I be talking about. Like, yo, some heads gotta really make that separation. Like, yeah, whatever we're privy to that comes on online, sure, you could give your opinions and conjecture on that. You can give your opinions because it's out there publicly. Sure. But you can't go in and try to make these presumptions or tell these content creators how they do their relationship and all this type of jazz and all this beat, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because at the same time, you don't know what's going on at the end of the day.
Okay.
And again, you could even say I'm hypocritical of that because, again, TTE. But, like, bro, it's only what we're privy to. Whatever on means they on, you have to see. But we can't be saying it's perfect. That's how it works. Let's keep it going.
I mean, hey, I guess if it goes really wrong or really right, that's content. Because that's like the only upside I can see with live streaming your entire life like this. And just like that, the stream ended. According to her Instagram stories, Gara had stolen her bag and then thrown it into a lake. He also apparently stole $3,000 from her, that's a lot of money. And honestly, that was a massive red flag for what was going to come. And also a good reason for why she would want to call the cops on the guy after the date was over. Apparently, Gara and India's relationships have always been this like toxic pattern of breakup, makeup, and repeat. So we've already had confirmation that they were together in 2023, because that was when Gara allegedly first cheated on her. And it was also likely before June of that year, because in June of 2023, India was spotted at a hotel with an upcoming Chicago artist by the name of Lil Jeremy hugging him. So I'm assuming they've already broken up at that point, but who knows?
Why, like, okay, you see this vid, why even associate with her anymore? Because I'm gonna keep it a buck. Yo, I'm calling her some, or not even calling her, because you shouldn't say nothing to disrespect the girly pops. We already know about that. But yeah, we're thinking some not so koosh things about her in regards to how frisky she getting. So Lil Gara here, this looking like it's kind of on you, bit, bro. I would have just been like, sayonara, she's a lost cause.
And it seems like they may have even been dating in 2022. Funnily enough, in October of 2024, 6 months after the whole restaurant incident, India reposted a TikTok video, I guess maybe a joke, about cheating being her favorite hobby. So, I mean, things get a little bit more complicated when the story goes to that gray area where it's hard to determine who's really at fault within the
Everyone. I'll be the first one to tell you. Both of them. Everyone here. It's bad. They have a content relationship. This relationship is terrible, and it's obviously very toxic.
Relationship. And
yep. Yes. Hypocritical Trilly there. I just gave my opinions on that, John. But it's, again, from what we can see. I don't know what other back-end John they got, but from what we can see, bad. Awful.
Why it didn't work out. But, you know, in most relationships, it's a two-way street. But either way, it definitely looks like we got two people bringing out the absolute worst in each other. And this was all in the midst of an extremely toxic 2-year relationship. But I guess little did anyone know that this would eventually escalate to something way more dangerous. Because fast forward to May 27th of this year, police reports of Gara's arrest started going viral after Twitter user NetClips posted Gara's mugshot on his page.
I had to look out for the steak ads.
And this was taken from the...
Hold on, let me actually read that.
Going viral after Twitter user NetClips.
Twitch streamer who caught his girlfriend cheating live last year was arrested for kidnapping the same girl.
Posted Gara's mugshot on his page. And this was taken from the Miami-Dade County's mugshot Facebook page. And it's safe to say the charges were insane. You would think they were given to him in the Grand Theft Auto role-playing server. Kidnapping with a weapon, firearm, or aggravated battery.
Not good.
Burglary with assault or battery.
Definitely not good.
Punishable by life. Then finally, to top everything off.
Wait, where do you see? Oh, PBL. Oh, no. Oh, he's boxed up. We're going to see him later.
Carrying a concealed weapon. According to official police statements, the cops responded to reports of a kidnapping at 5. concealed weapon. According to official police statements, the cops
Let me see. On May 17, 2025, I responded to an emergency military kidnapping at blank following a 911 call from a female stating, "He has a gun to my head, help me." The initial call originated from cellular phone number blank. Upon arrival, I made contact with witness 1. She reported that she had recently arrived in town with the victim and that they were both staying at an Airbnb located at incident address. The victim and defendant had been in a romantic relationship, a terrible one at that, for approximately 3 years, and had been for 3 years. They were on and off. But yeah, we can count that anyway. And had been, and then continue.
Responded to reports of a kidnapping at 538 Northeast 61st Street, Miami, Florida, following a 911 call from a female stating someone had a firearm to her head. And the incident had at least 4 witnesses. And even though India herself refused to give a statement and press charges against her streamer situation.
What's up?
She'll post it.
Of course. Well, let's see. And more or less to the content. Anyway, how are you posting him after you got him put in jail? After he did what he did. Wait, I can't even read. After he did what he did to me, the police were called to the scene by the witness. I refused to give a statement, didn't press charges. He's in jail because of the witness, and it doesn't change the fact I still love and care about him. You don't, even after he crashed out. So no, I didn't put him in jail. The state did. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
Y'all put yourselves in this situation, which then put him in this situation. So again, stupid actions, stupid consequences. Moving on.
Situationship, the witnesses didn't follow her lead and decided to cooperate with authorities independently. Allegedly, one of the witnesses was India's friend, who had recently arrived in town with the victim at the time of the incident, who reported that they were both staying at an Airbnb located at that address where the incident took place. And I'll be referring to them as Witness 1, as stated in the official document.
Okay.
And they were the only ones inside the apartment when Witness 1 heard a loud banging at the front door, and upon looking through the window, saw Gara trying to break in. Witness 1 then alerted India, and both tried to prevent Gara from entering by physically holding the door shut. Gara then climbed up to the balcony and entered the apartment through a sliding door. Meanwhile, both India and the Witness 1 ran to a bedroom, attempting to lock themselves in. Gara then forced the door open, preventing it from closing, and then entered the room, where he grabbed India and allegedly slammed her against the wall. He then took 2 cell phones from the bedroom nightstand and proceeded to throw them off of the balcony, all while India went downstairs to retrieve her phone.
Yep, this is a surefire way to spend the rest of your life in jail, so I guess Title was not lying.
Witness 1 tried to follow her, but Gara grabbed them and threw them to the ground. Gara then left the apartment and dragged India by her hair into a gray Mercedes-Benz parked outside. He then drove away from the scene with a woman inside, and at the traffic signs located.
See, my thing to, like, when you're going this far, and obviously, like, yo, big bad, do not do this. No. Yeah, what is your end goal? Do you think you're, like, not getting caught by the cops and going to jail? Like, I always, like, I swear, this is something where I tell you all the time, I try to put my thoughts in the mind of these people, but it never formulates, because I'm like, yo, I'm cooked. Do you think you about to go on the run forever? Yo, some heads truly do think, and it's sad enough to say, bro, because again, GTA, my favorite game of all time, that they're in GTA. You cannot lose your wanted stars and the cops just disappear, go away. You're going to jail. I don't understand. It baffles me every time. But I can understand if you're mad because your toxic relationship was garbage, but like, what does this do? Like, or solve. Like, I never, it floors me, bro. I just be sitting there like, wow.
Located at Biscayne Boulevard in Northeast 61st Street, India managed to jump out of the car for a moment before Gara pulled her back into the car and fled southbound on Biscayne Boulevard on Northeast 61st Street. Approximately 1 hour and 40 minutes after the incident, a 911 call was received regarding a suspicious vehicle located in the alleyway on Northeast 16th Street. The vehicle description matched Gara's Mercedes, and that was how the police located the streamer. So after the news of Gara's arrest broke, India posted on her Instagram story addressing what had happened. She said, "I'm back. Thank you everyone who checked up on me while I went through something very traumatic, which almost caused me to lose my life. Story time tomorrow on stream. I love y'all." However,
then it's like, even if it happened or it was real, it seemed like it wasn't.
It's like,
because it was on, like, she had to go and post and, oh, story time tomorrow. Let me tell you how I almost died.
No, let me clarify. Well, yeah, no. Because I definitely understand how you're feeling on that. Because she's allowed to tell her story in this. Don't even let's not even get that twisted. But I do feel like in the manner of how quickly she is trying to put this out and tell this or whatever, it seems off and fishy. That's why I'm like, yo, it's all content, it's all farming. Because it's like, again, like I said, yeah, she can share this, y'all. It's a traumatic event, and obviously, yo, with some heads, it'd be really hard to share these traumatic events, and some heads are really strong by doing so. Duh, I ain't gonna lie, again, check out TTE. But sidebar that, it's like, why does she seem giddy? I don't know. It's giving off those weird vibes. Like I'm feeling, it's like, yo, you a little excited. You just got kidnapped. Like, you don't want to take a day or two off to really settle down on this traumatic thing that happened to you. You ready to get right back on stream. Like, I'm like, and again, that's not to like doubt her trauma or whatever per se in this joint, even though, as we can see, like, it's all a prank. But off.
However, at the time of the video, she has not shared her whole side of the story publicly yet. So now, a lot has happened since I recorded the first part of this video, and honestly, this entire story has just taken some pretty wild turns that I honestly did not even expect. So first off, India finally came back to streaming after being away for nearly 2 months. I was curious to see if she would finally give us her full side of the story, especially—
Okay, so there was a 2-month gap, so she didn't come out and tell the show. So basically, she had put that on her story, is what we're taking off of this, and then just went ghost.
Okay,
so good on that part,
which
I guess,
was good.
But then it's still a brain.
after everything went down. But in her comeback stream, she didn't even really deep dive into what happened at all. She almost brings up the topic. You can tell she's thinking about it, but she doesn't elaborate much beyond the surface level. All she talks about is this hiatus of hers that lasted about 2 months because of her being depressed, going to therapy, and having nightmares. I wonder why, but who knows, I guess. She says she's now feeling better.
It was fake. No, I just went through some stuff, and basically I started like therapy, and so I've been in therapy. I've been trying to get myself together. I've been trying to get my head together. I've been trying to, like, I've just been depressed. So yeah, I literally just cut it. My hair grew a lot, like, for the past 2 months. But yeah, it was just like a lot. Like, I was just going through depression. I was going through so much stuff. Like, literally every day I would go to sleep and I would wake up to a nightmare. Like, all of my nightmares have been like, I just been having.
I'm just looking at the boss's face, yo. I just see the boss. The boss like, You can never get through the boss, yo. That just never
nightmares
happened.
Every day, and like, my nightmares are always like I'm gonna get shot. I don't know if y'all know, but like, I almost lost my life. I don't really want to talk about it, but I've just been having a lot of nightmares, and so I started therapy. My mom put me to therapy, and I just needed some time to myself.
And after that, the stream just proceeded into her usual Grand Theft Auto content. The fact their relationship—
You should just started with that.
Sussy gully pop. Sussy gully
You
pop.
should have just started with Grand Theft Auto or something.
Because, like, again, like I said earlier, she is allowed to share about her trauma. But then again, like Atoji was saying, there is, like, no clarification. What, like,
Okay,
we gonna
fine.
need a bit more, hun.
You gonna
That's
mention
all I'm
it or
saying.
you're not gonna mention it? Whatever. Like I said, she should have just started with the Grand Theft Auto and just kept it moving.
We should have just went right into the gameplay.
Yeah,
huh?
I don't know. Had a character, go through that, and maybe they gave us a hint. I don't know. Something like, just okay.
was this like weird cycle of breaking up and getting back together, and then it suddenly escalated to this is pretty insane. It's not
Sussy.
Not something you hear every day, to put it lightly. And what makes this all so much dumber is the fact that so much of this was live streamed for the entire internet to see. And
Yes, exactly. They can't help it.
When is it not? See, that's what these heads fail to understand. This is my knee.
Good.
But nah, facts. It's really yaps too much. But yeah, this is the stuff I bring up with Johnny and heads like this all the time. How are you going to say you didn't do these when, how are we talking about it? Because how else did we see that you did it to talk about it? Like,
Gotta film it.
Like, live at that again. Like, bro.
and still, it escalated to this. Now for Gara, he was released and he made his first public Twitter statement about the situation on Twitter on June 12th, 2025.
Hey,
In
your
it,
birthday.
Le 22. You already know.
he mentions that he was charged with very serious offenses and having to sit in jail for weeks. But after numerous conversations between him and his lawyer, it was decided that there was no reasonable likelihood of conviction. and therefore the state made a decision to not file criminal charges. He claims all the charges were dropped, and all the claims and statements made to the public by other parties were 100% false as an attempt to ruin his public image and life. Then on top of that, he's also apparently suing Miami police, especially for forcing max charges when told not to do so by the detectives themselves. In a statement, he says that it was a life-changing experience, not knowing whether he would come home to see his family, damaging thoughts of his career being over, and then, you know, a lot of other hardships during this time. He was also looking forward to getting back to work and streaming, providing great content to his followers, putting an end to all the lies and rumors being spread about his name. And that's what he did, because on his comeback stream on June 24th, 2025, when someone in his chat asked about when Gara thought he would be able to tell what happened, he gave us more details about his POV after the incident.
Damn, it's just so much playing in my mind right now. Yo, it's so much I want to say, and it's just coming out at one time. When do you think you will be able to tell what happened? I ain't gonna lie, chat. So look, right now, as of June 24th, all of my charges are dropped. But I'm getting threatened, chat. If I get locked up and they try to stick, you feel me? They try to, you know what I'm saying? Gang, this is what I'm dealing with.
So she's still texting?
What?
Sending the messages?
Yeah, nah. This is either the most elaborate farm I've ever seen, bro.
So you think that's fake?
Like what? Like that?
The messages.
No. What? Like the messages themselves, or like?
No, the messages right there.
No. I think these messages are real. He probably bringing these up.
Okay.
But I'm saying that within this, they're still farming, so she's faking all this. Like her acting crazy like this.
Well, that's not good because that's ruining everybody's career.
That
reputation.
That's what I keep. This is why, like, when I be telling heads, they be coming to like, yo, everybody's farming or nah. This is just the ploy, bro. They're on the back end. They're really smart. They're doing this on purpose. I'm like, no, y'all have to understand that these heads are regardless stupid, because no matter if you want to rage bait or whatever and do all this fake pranks to gain clout, brother, you're gonna be popping for about the same amount of time Miss Welch was, 15 seconds. Then you're falling off because no one cares. What I keep telling y'all, you need to be genuine and build an audience and where people actually care about you and whatever you have to say, talk about whatever content you make, because making content like this, making it off of like this garbage, rage bait, yada yada, does not last. No one cares. For the moment, haha, and it's not even like, yo, heads are laughing with you, they're laughing at you.
And
it's
you gotta
like,
keep doing it.
Exactly. You gotta keep embarrassing yourself, and then heads get
niche,
tired
right?
of it. Yes. That, mom, this is what I'm, oh my, like, yo, for that to watch TT, go watch Coco
His
Crazy.
niche is napping.
Yapping.
Napping.
Yapping.
Yapping.
But yeah, heads on watch TTE. Go check out the videos on Natty
Yapping.
Reynolds. Shout out to Miss Coco's Crazy. And anyway, we back to it.
If I get locked up, we ride. You understand? We fight, yo. We cannot let these demons, you know what I'm saying, do this to us, bro. Y'all see what I was dealing with. You understand? I'm just in a bad situation, bro. Like I can't do nothing. And I learned my lesson, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I learned my lesson. But I also refuse to be silenced. But I will also not say anything to my case. You understand that? Like, what I'm showing y'all isn't my case. This is just the type of person, this down the third, like this crazy person. You know what I'm saying? How you got a case if the charges drop? Because you can still reopen. She can still reopen the case, bro. She been threatening me. I already talked to my lawyer, bro. Like, regardless, if something does,
I'm not saying that isn't possible, because obviously, if you've seen what Mr.
No, I'm just saying,
Bob No Pants.
reopening cases. It's getting popular these days.
this happened, this and the third. I have all the proof. I have everything. Like, I have videos of her trying to, you feel what I'm saying, pop me. Like, she was trying to turn me into bro from New York, gang. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, yo. Like, look, I have the video of that, bro. Every time something happened, I have a video, gang. Like, I have a video of everything, bro, so.
Yeah,
okay,
we know that.
so that's pretty different. Gara, I guess now, is claiming that he was being threatened and showed a screenshot on the screen. The name of the person wasn't showing, so I would rather not jump into any conclusion yet. This whole situation is now turning into a he said, she said situation. So.
Yeah, that tends to be how most things turn out.
Hard to weigh in here. And he claims to have proof of everything that he said on stream. So this now is starting to seem like it's just the beginning of a much
And I'll say, I'll believe it when I see it, buddy.
longer story that might still be unfolding in the following days.
You already know, though. Shout out to men with a... Man, if anything, he's got the clips, the money, the everything. But
everything.
mainly the money. But Tozy. You already know that was IRL streamer face life in prison for this. Obviously talking about streamer Lil Gara. I ain't gonna cap. I've probably been watching Naruto. Shout out Gara. But yo, if you want to watch the OG video, the original video, down description, first link, and of course share the love with a Tozy. But boss, finally painting conjecture for him. You know what I'm saying?
Put the camera down. I don't know. These days, on
Like,
all these IRL
yeah, I'm just
crazy nuisance streamers or IRL streamers doing crazy things. I just want to say, put the phone down, bro. Pick up another niche or something.
I just
I don't even say put it down. Pick up another niche. Because, this is work for people.
I just don't understand the thing with the relationship content. I totally, again, think, like, yo, you can make content with your partner and all that type of jazz. And it can be fire, it can be cool. But, again, like, you actually do, no Jack Doherty style, have to be mature enough for this. Because when you're not, things as such like this happens and you can obviously get into some really bad Johns, which could potentially lead to legal trouble and or prison. Which, not fun last time I didn't check it out, because I've never been and I will never be there. But yeah, not good all around. But again, like all these situations, if more information come out, you know where we'll be, baby.
Right here.
So you already know what it
Right
is once
here.
more. Other than that though, push it over to the end screen.
I'm gonna do a cross out. Hey, if you like this video,
Always messes up my intro.
I
You never
know
get it.
this is an outro.
Like this video. Wait.
Exactly. Like this video. This is an outro.
She still, yeah, you repeated yourself twice, even though I repeat myself.
I said,
like
if you
5.
like this video,
It's not if you like, it's like this video.
like this video.
Up if you enjoyed.
Like this video, hit the
Like
thumbs
this video
up,
if you enjoyed.
smash
Me
the
and Boss
button.
would very much appreciate it. You already know how
Yes.
that goes down.
Subscribe.
6K up. 6K down. On the
Make
way.
sure you see that. Blue dots. I haven't seen no blue dots. You see our blue dots. Oh, okay. Anyway, sorry.
Post notification bell so that
Ah.
the boss, Trilly. Post on this page right here. MNT Mama Trill that boy.
Crash out.
Straight up on your
Oh.
feed.
This time I'm gonna be yapping on my
It's too
page.
early in the morning for this.
It's way early.
Like, I can't believe it.
What's next?
But y'all already, huh?
What's next? Oh, watch it from the beginning to the end.
Yeah, I don't even know my outro.
This is how I'm gonna be on my page, because I'll be lost. But I ain't got anybody to talk to and be like, oh man, where's Trill? God,
What do you mean?
I need help.
You
Who's
gotta,
gonna?
you gotta be live. You gotta, like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm be live.
Yeah, you gotta, like, talk
Okay.
to chat.
Oh, okay, I'll talk to chat.
But anyway,
Yes.
yeah, sidebar in the outro. Aside.
Yes, anyway.
Of course.
See you guys on Saturday, too.
Oh my gosh, like, yo, just yapping through the whole John, like, and then so
He yaps through the whole video. At least I ain't present yapping, pausing, yapping. I'm yapping at the end. See y'all on Saturday.
I just be failing.
Let me know in the comments if y'all watch all the way to this, because I say watch from the beginning to the end.
crazy.
Let me know when y'all get to this and the things that I'm saying. Okay, all right, go ahead. Out it. Out it, bro. Out it. Out it.
The person that doesn't wanna talk and all that, doesn't want to be.
Oh, we're going on 40 minutes.
To say. And then be tight at me in the video for giving conjecture, but when there's no vid, can
40
talk the most.
minutes.
It's
Okay.
literally insane. Don't know how we're doing this. It must be why she talks so much on the lives. But anyway, y'all already know what it is to end it all out. Of course, we do appreciate
Yes,
everyone
thank
for
you,
giving
thank you,
us
thank you,
y'all
guys.
time of day. The gel sesh. Y'all already know how we get down to the art of
See
gel,
ya.
baby. We'll be catching you when we cover more of these.
Yep, and it's a lot of them.
next, and every single one, and just
Yes.
all of these bozos.
Peace.